Let's go to Andrew Clennell now. He's our political editor with some more reaction on these tariffs that will be imposed, according to Donald Trump, a little later in the week, and will be effective immediately, according to Donald Trump, who made the announcement about an announcement to come on Air Force One on the way to the Super Bowl. We are now well and truly in the trade war. We've seen this movie before. It happened in 2018. We were given an exemption. How worried is this Labor government now?
Well, I think you'd have to be worried, wouldn't you? But I have had a text message from the Trade Minister that he's given me permission to read out, Don Farrell, Laura. And he says, my mum used to say every problem has a solution, you just have to find it. So Don Farrell, he's soon to jet off to Washington, DC to see his counterpart once his counterpart's confirmed. And no doubt he'll be working 24/7 on what his mum says you should do in relation to this. I note that it's worth about $600 million every year. Remember the Chinese trade ban? That's the whole steel industry, you know, and it's not suggesting it'll completely come to a halt even if these tariffs were in place, but the coalition will note other governments managed to get that exemption. Remember the Chinese trade ban was valued at over $2 billion, and our iron ore exports, in fact, our exports generally a lot, you know, tens of billions of dollars. So you can see there that, you know, it's not great, but it won't destroy the economy. Now, I have some other economic news I want to bring to you, and that is ahead of the Reserve Bank meeting next week. Westpac has delivered some inflation, what they call inflation insights, and they're saying inflation's deeper, there it is, than anticipated, and they are forecasting it to go well within the band, under the band, and trim mean well within the band. And they say here, and government sources have provided me with this, it says the step down in the pace of inflation in the second half of 2024 was not just about the government's cost of living measures. Cost of living measures may have shaved 0.7% off the CPI in 2024, but we estimate they had no meaningful impact on the trim mean. We found the step down in core inflation was due to a moderation in housing costs as well as disinflation in clothing, footwear and deflation in durable goods. So yet another pointer towards a rate cut next week for the government. Some bad news on the tariff front. They'll have to address that, the government, but some good news in terms of forecasting on that interest rate front, Laura.
Yeah, look, we're about to see how this affects local companies as well. Rio, BlueScope Steel being two of those, and we'll get an idea from Ed Boyd about what the share price has, what the tariff announcement has done to the share price there. There's also that, you know, a collateral effect of what it does if there's a broader tariff on all aluminium and steel on the United States, whether that floods the Australian market with cheaper steel. Now, I don't know whether that is a real concern, but the coalition will certainly be reminding this Labor government that they were able to get this exemption on this mirror image tariff back in 2018. So whether that solution that Farrell is talking about when it comes to his mum's advice, whether that is a Kevin Rudd's shaped solution or not, we will see.